about every part of the labyrinth, even the forbidden places, especially the forbidden places, for has he not, since the age of 8, earned his living in the streets of the great underground capital by guiding bewildered tourists through the maze, using his wits to pick up a crown here and a crown there? House of Records, he would tell the tourists. There's a room in there where millions of people of Majipoor have left memory readings. You pick up a capsule and put it in a special slot, and suddenly it's as if you were the person who made the reading, and you find yourself living in Lord Confalum's time, or Lord Simonave's, or out there fighting the metamorph wars with Lord Stiamot. But of course, hardly anyone is allowed to consult the memory reading room. Of course. But how hard would it be, Hissune wonders, to insinuate himself into that room on the pretext of needing data for his research into the tax archives, and then to live in a million other minds at a million other times in all the greatest and most glorious eras of Majipoor's history? Yes. Yes. It would certainly make this job more tolerable if he could divert himself with an occasional peek into the register of souls. From that realization, it is but a short journey to the actual attempting of it. He equips himself with the appropriate passes. He knows where all the document stampers are kept in the House of Records, and makes his way through the brightly lit curving corridors late one afternoon, dry-throated, apprehensive, tingling with excitement. It has been a long time since he has known any excitement. Living by his wits in the streets was exciting, but he no longer does that. They have civilized him. They have housebroken him. They have given him a job. A job. They. And who are they? The coronel himself, that's who. Hissune has not overcome his amazement over that. During the time when Lord Valentine was wandering in exile, displaced from his body and his throne by the usurper Barjazid, the coronel had come to the labyrinth, and Hissune had guided him, recognizing him somehow for what he truly was, and that had been the beginning of Hissune's downfall. For the next thing Hissune knew, Lord Valentine was on his way from the labyrinth to Castle Mount to regain his crown, and then the usurper was overthrown, and then at the time of the second coronation, Hissune found himself summoned, the divine only knew why, to attend the ceremonies at Lord Valentine's castle. What a time that was! Never before had he so much as been out of the labyrinth to see the light of day, and now he was journeying in an official floater, up the valley of the Ghaig, past cities he had known only in dreams, and there was Castle Mount's 30-mile-high bulk rising like another planet in the sky. And at last, he was at the castle, a grimy 10-year-old boy standing next to the coronel and trading jokes with him. Yes, that had been splendid, but Hissune was caught by surprise by what followed. The coronel believed that Hissune had promise. The coronel wished him to be trained for a government post. The coronel admired the boy's energy and wit and enterprise. Fine. Hissune would become a protege of the coronel. Fine. Fine. Back to the labyrinth, then, and into the House of Records. Not so fine. Hissune has always detested the bureaucrats, those mask-faced idiots who pushed papers about in the bowels of the labyrinth, and now, by special favor of Lord Valentine, he has become such a person himself. Well, he supposes he has to do something by way of earning a living besides take tourists around, but he never imagined it would be this. Report of the Collector of Revenue for the 11th District of the Province of Chorg, Prefecture of Biberoon, 11th Pontifex, Kenniken, Coronel Lord Ossier. Oh, no. No, not a lifetime of that. A month, 6 months, a year of doing his nice little job in the nice little House of Records, Hissune hopes, and then Lord Valentine might send for him